If there's a round of kids, it's the trafficker. P. Diddy gets a round of kids party at a certain time of night when the music stops and
Denzel Washington, the legendary Hollywood star known for his powerful roles and spotless reputation, is making headlines for a surprising reason, and it's not about his next film. The Oscar-winning actor has made a bold decision to step away from the glitz and glamour of Hollywood to become a licensed minister. This happened during a heartfelt church ceremony in Harlem, where Denzel was baptized and officially received his minister's license. But here's where it gets interesting. There are whispers that his move might be connected to the growing scandals coming out of Hollywood, with Diddy's name at the center of the storm. Could this be Denzel's way of revealing the shocking truths he's seen in the industry, or is he simply looking to distance himself from the chaos? Let's take a deeper look at this surprising turn in Denzel's life that has everyone buzzing. Just shy of his 70th birthday, Denzel's decision to become a minister is leaving many people stunned. The actor stood in front of a congregation at Kelly Temple Church of God in Christ in Harlem, the same church where he was baptized and officially became a licensed minister. It was an emotional moment for Denzel as he reflected on a prophecy he received when he was just 20 years old, a prophecy that said he would travel the world and preach to others. Could this be the start of a new chapter for Denzel? Only time will tell. Denzel Washington's decision to become a minister has caught a lot of attention, especially with the timing of recent shocking allegations coming out of Hollywood. While Denzel has said his move is the result of a lifelong faith journey, many are starting to wonder if there's more to it. With the latest claims about Diddy's secret parties, some people are asking if Denzel is trying to escape a darker side of the industry. Let's dive into the scandal that's making waves. Ally Carter, a survivor of trafficking, has dropped some bombshell allegations about Hollywood's hidden side, naming Diddy, Denzel, and other big names in the process. Ally claims these weren't just ordinary celebrity parties, these were disturbing, ritual-like gatherings where young people were treated like nothing more than party favors. She describes one chilling experience, saying, "He locked me in containers with his shipment of kids. There were kids who didn't speak English and others in dangerous situations, but it doesn't stop there." Ally also claims that Denzel was at one such party at the Playboy Mansion, where young people were laid out on tables like humans serving platters with partygoers eating food off of them. The scene was horrifying, with rules that no one should ever have to follow. These shocking allegations have left people shaken, and many are now questioning if Denzel's decision to become a minister is his way of distancing himself from the darker side of Hollywood. What do you think? Could there be more to this story than meets the eye? Ally Carter's shocking allegations have already sent shockwaves through Hollywood, but her claims about Denzel Washington take it to a whole new level. According to Ally, Denzel wasn't just attending one of these disturbing parties, he was actively involved in what she describes as a twisted system of exploitation. She claims that Denzel was at one of Diddy's notorious parties, where young people were treated like nothing more than party favors. This is a far cry from the public image Denzel has built over the years as a man of morality and faith. Ally's accusations make us question everything we thought we knew about him, suggesting he might have been part of a system that took advantage of vulnerable people. But here's the real twist. Denzel has been vocal in the past about his discomfort with Hollywood's darker side. He's even warned others to stay away from these high-profile events. So why would he have been at one? Was he just another part of the problem, or was he stuck in a situation he couldn't get out of? The night in question only deepens the mystery, and it's left people wondering, was Denzel trapped in a system he couldn't escape, or did he play a bigger role than he let on? The answers are still unclear, but one thing's for sure, this story is far from over. What do you think happened? Let us know your thoughts. There are reports circulating that Denzel Washington was seen storming out of one of Diddy's infamous parties, visibly upset and shouting about respect and morality. Witnesses claim that something he saw at the event really disturbed him. But it doesn't end there. Other sources say that Denzel and his wife Peta left the party early, leading many to believe they may have been trying to distance themselves from whatever was going on. Now, here's where it gets even more curious. People are asking, if Denzel was there, why did he leave after 1 a.m. wearing just a beanie, socks, and a gold chain? Some are questioning whether the outfit, just a beanie and a gold chain, was part of him trying to get out of there as quickly as possible. For some, this is seen as Denzel standing up for what's right, showing that he didn't want to be part of something that didn't align with his morals. But for others, it looks like he was just trying to cover his tracks and avoid any fallout. Ally Carter's allegations suggest that Denzel might have known more about the darker side of these parties than he's letting on. So why didn't he speak out sooner if he knew what was happening? And here's the kicker: Denzel isn't the only big name in Hollywood Ally has called out. She's also accused several other high-profile figures, making this story even more explosive. So what do you think? Was Denzel trying to escape a situation he didn't want to be part of, or was he trying to hide his role? And who else might be involved? The truth is still unfolding, and we want to hear your thoughts on it all. Lala Carter has named some big names like Birdman and Young Jock as being at these disturbing parties. She claims these events were attended by some of the most powerful figures in entertainment, people who either took part in or ignored the exploitation happening right in front of them. These names aren't just famous, they're iconic in their industries, which makes the allegations even more shocking. If Alai's claims are true, it paints a picture of a troubling culture where silence and complicity are the norm among some of Hollywood and the music world's biggest stars. But the story doesn't end there. Alai says these people weren't just there, they were active participants. From picking who would be used as party favors to engaging in the acts that followed, she believes they played a role in keeping the cycle of mistreatment going. Her allegations go beyond just one party. She describes a ballroom-like setting with multiple doors, some of which led to unimaginable horrors. According to Alai, young people were placed on tables like objects to be selected by the attendees. And when the partygoers were done, the victims were allegedly returned to the same table as if nothing had happened. The details of her account are shocking and difficult to ignore. What do you think about these explosive claims? Are these individuals more involved than they've let on, or is there something we're not seeing? The story keeps unfolding and is raising even more questions. Let us know your thoughts on this situation. Alai Carter's story takes a truly horrifying turn when she claims that animals were involved in the abuse, making an already terrifying situation even worse. She describes how the atmosphere at these parties turned into chaos, with people acting in a frenzy, completely ignoring any sense of right or wrong. She even goes as far as to say that goats were let loose during these events, adding a shocking twist to the horror. Now, when you add Denzel Washington's presence at these parties to the mix, combined with his recent decision to turn to ministry, it raises some serious questions. Could Denzel be trying to atone for what he witnessed, or even more troubling, what he might have taken part in? Alai's allegations about the events at Diddy's parties are so disturbing they're almost hard to believe. She claims that the young people brought to these parties, who were treated like party favors, weren't just exploited, they were brutally punished if they stepped out of line. Alai even recalls an incident when she and another girl became physically ill from the trauma, vomiting during the event. But instead of receiving any help, they were just left to suffer. This story keeps getting darker and darker. What do you think about all of this? Is Denzel trying to make up for something he saw or did? Or is there more to the story than we know? This shocking account is leaving people with more questions than answers. What are your thoughts on everything that's been uncovered so far? Alai Carter's claims about the punishments at these parties are chilling. She says that if anyone broke the rules, even if they just got sick from what was happening, they were punished in one of the most degrading ways imaginable. According to Alai, their faces were allegedly rubbed in their own vomit as a form of punishment. And if someone threw up because they couldn't handle the horror, they were forced to eat it. She describes this as satanic ritual abuse, and it's hard to even imagine how awful that must have been. But it doesn't end there. Alai says the punishments weren't just physical, they were also about breaking the spirits of the people involved. She claims that the goal was to make sure the young people stayed silent, too scared to ever speak out about what they'd experienced. Then, things take an even darker turn. Alai talks about underground tunnels that connected key spots in Hollywood, including the Playboy Mansion. She claims these tunnels were used to secretly transport people, especially children, to exclusive parties, all without the public knowing what was going on behind closed doors. And Diddy's name keeps coming up in the story, with reports suggesting he played a big role in organizing and hosting these secretive, horrifying events. The details Alai shares are unsettling, and the more she reveals, the harder it is to ignore. What do you think? Is there more to this than we know? Could this all be true? This story just keeps getting bigger, and it's leaving many of us with more questions than answers. What are your thoughts on all of this? The story takes an even darker turn when Alai talks about a hidden system that was set up to keep the exploitation under wraps. She claims there are underground tunnels built by powerful people, used for secret parties and events, all kept away from the public eye. One of these tunnels, she says, even runs beneath the Getty Museum in Los Angeles. She was reportedly at a party there, walking through the museum to get to it. This idea of hidden spaces is chilling, adding another level to the mystery. But people can't help but ask, what about Denzel? If he knew about these tunnels, did he use them, or was he just another victim of this twisted system? As more details come out, these are the questions everyone is asking. Denzel's connection to all of this is still unclear, but with every new piece of information, the story keeps growing. Now, here's the big question: is Denzel's ministry license just a personal milestone, or could it be the beginning of something much bigger? Rumors are spreading that he may use his new role to shine a light on the dark secrets of Hollywood, maybe even expose the system he's been part of for decades. In his speech at the ceremony, Denzel talked about the power of faith and transformation, saying, "If he can do this for me, there's nothing he can't do for you." While his message was deeply spiritual, many are wondering if it's a subtle hint that he might be preparing to speak out about everything he's seen. So what do you think? Is Denzel's ministry a new chapter in his life? Or could it be his way of revealing the hidden truths of Hollywood? The rumors are only growing, and there's still so much we don't know. What's your take on all of this?